Batman is brought to you by Preston's cigarette cases. When you're a costumed crime fighter chasing your enemies down a fire escape, you can't afford to lose your cigarettes at an inopportune moment. Preston's cigarette cases hold your cigarettes in your utility belt 72.5% better than the leading brand. Preston's cigarette cases are not the official cigarette case of Batman, apparently. Really should have thought this sponsorship through a bit more. So, Batman. It's been a little while since I covered Batman, and in fact, there's been a whole new Batman movie since the last time I covered Batman. Geez, this makes the space between my Wonder Woman videos look rather tame by comparison, doesn't it? Sorry about that. But hey, the Batman cereal turned 70 years old this year, so happy birthday, Batman cereal. And this is also my 70th video. You know what? That's exactly why I waited so long. You know what number my last Batman video was? 49? What kind of significant number is that? We gotta make sure these milestones are reached. 70th on 70. You're welcome. Chapter 8. So when we last left our villains, they decided they'd failed at finishing off Batman so many times that a bit of overkill was required. Since plummeting several stories face first wasn't even serious enough to warrant a cliffhanger, they dropped an elevator on him as well. I would be very impressed at their thoroughness if they didn't run right past Robin and do nothing to prevent him from just getting up and stopping the elevator.
That really was a close call. You did some fast thinking.
Really? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely in your best interest to compliment the guy who just saved your life, but it hardly seems like an ingenious solution to the problem. Gee, there's an elevator coming down. Maybe I should, stop it? Oh, no, that's stupid. Now that Bruce has had a good 5 seconds to walk off his crippling spine injury, he's in perfect shape to have a fight with Linda. Linda's concerned about Ken's disappearance and suggests they go to his cabin to look for him. But Bruce dismisses it just long enough for her to get in a tiff before he decides to go.
All right, then. Dick and I'll go with you tomorrow if you'll wait till then.
You know, at this point, I'm just convinced he gets off on this. Yes! Call me lazy!
You're lazy, Bruce!
Oh yes! Call me worthless!
You're worthless!
Now call me Batman.
What?
What? Hey, how about we go to that cabin?
Can't stand it!
As for Colton, despite his rugged demeanor, he breaks faster than a skyscraper made of vermicelli, and agrees to take them to the mine. And, yeah, you've never seen a group of guys dressed more for mining work, huh? You know, I didn't know that loud, obnoxious ties had even been invented in the 1940s. That's awesome.
You got any water?
Now, you know something's screwed up when I have to comment on the editing. At one point, the villain's radiator overheats, so they stop at an Indian trading post to get some water. Now, for some reason, the second that Burke opens the hood, they cut to an insert of Colton being trussed up on the floor of the car. Why would you cut this like that? As a kid, it just made me think that Colton was being hidden in the engine block and Burke was pouring water on him. Granted, as has been established, I was a very special child. Once they get to the mine, though, Colton does manage to get some of his moxie back and turns the tables on them. Granted, this is because Fletcher and Marshall are completely stupid. Hey, guys, thanks for robbing me blind. Hey, I got some gold over here, too. You want to save yourself a trip and steal that, too? Bruce and the gang stop at the same Indian trading post so we can get some painful Native American stereotyping.
No, Indian don't take gift. Price $1, $3.
Jeez, I bet this guy's name is Sittin' Bull.
Hey, sit and roll.
See?
Me, Steve, what you want?
Okay, that is kind of funny.
Is this the right road to Mr. Colton's mine?
Jeez, lady, why don't you just tell the whole world? Thankfully, the ignorant savage doesn't realize what she's talking about, despite selling pots that are made from the same pitch blend Colton had showed them earlier. So, apparently all the locals know about this cave, but only Ken realized its contents were something valuable, and just decided to keep that bit of information to himself, while Steve here sells it for $1.
That's clear as mud.
They arrive at the cabin to find that, obviously, he's not there. It would seem that we'll thankfully be spared another Bruce Linda I'm a lazy playboy argument when Bruce just up and decides to check out the cave on his own initiative.
Oh, Bruce, I wish you wouldn't.
Ugh, that's it. I'm convinced they both get off on this. So, as Linda and Alfred sit down to lunch, we learn rather startlingly that Ken installed a trap door under his table that leads to the mine because you never know, you'll need one of those. Ken comes from a simpler time, so while your average person would probably call the cops to round up the claim jumpers that are currently in his mine, Ken solves his problems by blowing them up.
Oh, no, you can't do that. Bruce and Dick are on their way to the mine right now.
Oh, well, guess we can't do that then.
You run as fast as your legs will carry you down that path and head them off.
Yes, sir.
Or we could just leave it to chance! I mean, what's the fun of using explosives if we start putting in these wussy safety precautions to keep from blowing up your friends? You know, it's not like two of the crooks will intercept Alfred and keep him from ever reaching the mine. Oh. Batman and Robin start a fight, which lands them at ground zero to the dynamite Ken is setting up, and Rains and Andrews lead Alfred back to the cabin. Oh, look, he brought a girl!
Did you bring enough for everyone?
No? So now everyone but Alfred is in the mine, and everything ends fairly predictably. This man calls himself Chuck White. Who is he, and why is he being attacked? He's just Bruce Wayne in disguise, isn't he? Why do we even do these cliffhangers if we just show Batman in the preview? Find out at this theater next week!